see. Let's try to get this straightened out. Welcome to special edition of WFSO Aftermath and Bucks Talk. So I didn't get the chance to do the Bucks and the Spurs this weekend. I was doing like other videos and things like that and stuff like going on personally. So I had to cram this all into one tonight. So it may be an hour or maybe not, or maybe over an hour, but who knows? But what we're going to talk about tonight is like the Bucks and Spurs. Of course, the Bucks did win that game, and of course, we're going to talk about tonight's Bucks game, which they did beat the Pacers, and we're also going to talk about wrestling news and stuff like that. But before like all this stuff that I got to do too for WWE, um, I'm probably going to do something a little bit of a survey on that. Which y'all think that it was a good move or a bad move by WWE to release the schedule? But I'm just gonna say my opinion before like I read y'all's. Like I will do a separate video probably tomorrow. I probably will leave it on the each one of each of the wrestling fan speak out group and talk about who would they do they think WWE releasing the schedule early is a good idea or a bad idea? But we already know the first two things that they have. And of course, Saturday, January 1st is day one pay per view. So that's gonna be skipping over the December pay per view, which was supposed to happen, but they changed it. Actually supposed to happen in Chicago, like the December pay per view, but they X that out and they're getting SmackDown instead. So Saturday, January 1st, State Farm Arena, Atlanta is the day one pay per view. Saturday, January 29th, you already know about this one. It's the Royal Rumble pay per view center in St. Louis. This will be old football stadium if I'm right, but who knows? Um, well, in March, there's nothing because normally they have fast lane like in March or whatever, but not this coming year. But the February pay per view, they will mention that in the near future, but most likely they probably will be in Saudi Arabia for that one. But I forgot what they would call it out there. But normally it'd be something, but they didn't have like a show there, like besides the one they just had recently this month. Um, After the February pay per view, hopefully it'll probably would be like close to the end of February, so it can make sense for them to have not like I don't like when they have big gaps for like WrestleMania and then a February pay per view. So it's like how December is gonna be. It's gonna be like kind of get a little bit, boring in my opinion. But I just hate like the big gaps. Like because I know they're gonna try to do big things like tours like WrestleMania and stuff like that for like Raw and SmackDown shows and NXT, but I just hate gaps. Anyways, Saturday, April 2nd and Sunday, April 3rd will be WrestleMania. So they will have it two nights for the second time. They had next year. So the second time within the year, they're going to have WrestleMania on 2 days. It'll be at the ATM Stadium in Dallas. I know a few people that are going to be going to that, so I hope they have fun with it. Sunday, May 8th, a pay-per-view without a name will be at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Sunday, June 5th, it will be a pay-per-view at Allstate Arena in Chicago. It doesn't have a name yet. We'll be going to that one. Saturday, July 2nd, Money in the Bank at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So that will be the stadium pay-per-view where the Rams play. Not Rams, but Los Angeles Raiders, I should say. Kind of like what they did with SummerSlam this year, that they had it, of course, in the stadium. So let's see. Let me count that. That's 1, 2, 3 stadiums so far. So okay, make this one 4. That Saturday, July 30th, is the SummerSlam pay-per-view at the Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. And Saturday, September 3rd, or Sunday, September 4th, it will be a pay-per-view, but they don't have a location for that as of yet. Saturday, November 26th, will be Survivor Series at the TD Garden in Boston. And from what it seems like, there will be no pay-per-views in December of next year either. So yeah, I kind of hate, it's going to be like a long gap, like how it's going to be with Survivor Series and the day one pay-per-view. So it's going to be a big gap. And, I kind of hate like big gaps, like I mentioned before, but it is what it is. But then again, at least like some people will be off for Christmas. And it's not like, nothing big on, unless they're going to have a, like another day one pay-per-view that they will have, which will be on the Sunday of 2023, Sunday, January 1st. Who knows? But they will have an October pay-per-view. I didn't mention that one, but the one that's going to be in October will be Saudi Arabia, will be Crown Jewel. So that's a good thing. And they do, if you want to register for like information about upcoming events for the 2022 pay-per-view, just go to www.com/2022 pay-per-view. So I guess my opinion of this is like, it's a good thing that they, doing this now. Then, because it'll get more people, like if they want to save up and prepare for like going to pay-per-view, they can do that. It's a smart move. And I think this will benefit for them to, do this, and they will have, more crowds and like more like sellout arenas and stadiums and stuff like that, because it will help people like, okay, I'm gonna go to that one. I'm gonna save and whatever, and they can, reserve a hotel or whatever the case may be. That would be a good thing for them. But like I said, it's a good idea. For what I'm gonna do on the some of the groups, some of the WFSO groups, is I'm gonna do a, probably like a poll and see that do they think the WWE releasing the 2022 pay-per-view schedule is a good thing or a bad thing. So we'll see how that goes. Let's just get to the Bucks game. Bucks versus Spurs. It was like back and forth, and Drew Holiday did return, but we'll get on to the bad news about that situation later. Chris Middleton had 28 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, but kind of bad at the 3-point line. 2 of 7 from the 3 and 9 of 17 from the field overall, which is not bad. Giannis had 21 points, 3 blocks, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. So he's getting good at the assists and passing more lately, so which is good. Which we kind of, expected from him anyway, to pass more. Decent at the free throw line, 6 of 8 from the field, so that's good. 1 or 2 from 3-point line, 7 of 15 from the field. They got back Connaughton portraying as the center spot on here, which is kind of weird, but it is NBA for you. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 of 5 from 3, which is pretty good. 6 of 9 from the field, which is pretty good as well. Um, Grayson Allen kind of had like a bad shooting night, but he had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 of 8 from 3, 4 11 from the field. Returning Drew Holiday, 16 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 from 3. So he's getting good on the 3-point line. 6 of 9 from the field, which is cool. Let's see. Tenacious did good with 7 rebounds. George Hill, 15 points. Let's see. 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 3 from the 3. So he was perfect from the line. And 5 assists, 5 of 6, I should say, from the field. And Jordan Wova kind of had like a somewhat of a bad night, especially with the 3-point shooting. He was 1 of 5. And yeah, it was like I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 10-man rotation they did on this one. So, and of course, Rodney Hood and Georges were not playing. Rodney Hood was still out. But Justin Robinson, yeah, he. But anyways, Keon Johnson had 20 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 0 of 4 from 3, but 9 to 18 from the field, which is good for Spurs fans. 9 Doug McDermott was 9 to 13 from the field, but he was 7 of 11 from 3-point line. So yeah, he was killing the Bucks on that. But had like 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 25 points. So he led the team in scoring in that part. Jacob Paletti, I think I said it right. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 5 of 9 from the field. Derek White, I should say, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, so kind of horrible on that one, but did have 14 points and 8 assists and 4 steals. Javonte Murray, yeah, 10 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. So near triple double for him. 0 of 2 from 3, but 5 of 14 from the field. So yeah, kind of bad for him. But Lonnie Walker, I guess he's gonna be like end up being the 6th man for this team. So which is good. 17 points, 1 steal, 1 to 8 from 3, but 7 to 15 from the field. Not that much scoring for the rest of the cast, especially with Bryn Forbes, who returned to the San Antonio Spurs. Only had like 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the field, and 1 of 4 from 3. So for the Bucks, losing him and him going back to San Antonio was like not a total loss, because like I said, he's still not efficient quite yet. I'm surprised they didn't play Thaddeus Young, but I don't think he was injured or anything, but they just didn't play him. So I just find that like kind of weird. And so, but good game overall. But let's now talk about the Bucks versus the Pacers. Let me just get this loaded up here so I can talk about it. But yeah, with this Bucks did, so that was good. Score was 119 to 109, so kind of, so yeah, this is crazy. It seems like the Bucks is, they scoring more in the average than any team in the NBA so far. Um, Chris Middleton was 9 of 17, 2 of 3 from 3, which is good. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 27 points. Thanasis did his thing. He was 4 of 5 from the field. 3 rebounds and he had 2 steals. I thought he would have had like a block or something, but I guess not. I guess that block they did didn't count. But Giannis with a near triple double with 30 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 9 assists, 10 rebounds, 10 of 13 from the free throw line, which is very good. Didn't hit any three this time, so kind of a bummer. 10 of 18 from the field. Grayson Allen, although he didn't do that much with the field goal, it was 5 of 11 from the field, but he was 4 of 9 from three. So yeah, he's hitting at least. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and 19 points. So what a good way for him, to step up and be that like third option in case Drew Holiday didn't come. They said Drew Holiday had like a new injury that happened during the Spurs game. I think it was. I don't think it's that same injury. I think it was something different. I think it was with his hand or something like that. I'm not sure. Um, George Hill with 5 rebounds, 2 steals, didn't score that much. Pat Connaughton, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from three. Let's see, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, and 13 points. So that's some way to step up. Okay, Rodney Hood did hit a three, so in his way back, which is good. Jordan Nova only had like 9 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. So there ain't that much scoring from the bench. So except for Pat Connaughton and Jordan Nova were like the top two in that. Um, let's see. Let's see. The crazy thing. TJ Warren is still out, and Karis LeVert did get injured in the beginning of the season. So yeah, Indiana Pacers kind of way messed up. Missing their two players, Karis LeVert and TJ Warren. But hopefully they'll be back in the lineup pretty soon and probably be recovered. That'd be a good thing for the Pacers. And probably when they get them, they probably gonna make a little bit run, like trying to get in the playoffs and whatever. So it all depends when they come back. But anyways, 12 points for Drew. Not Justin Holiday, Drew's brother. 3 steals, 1 assist, 4 of 9 from three, 4 of 9 from the field. Uh, Demontis Sabonis, 21 points, 5 assists, 13 rebounds, uh, 2 from three. So normally he would hit one. So not a bad night scoring wise, but 3 point wise, it was not that good. Um, Mal Turner didn't get that many rebounds, but he did get a block and was 1 of 4 from three. Chris Durante, 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 18 points. So what a good thing to have him playing while because Levert is still out. Mountain Broughton with 25 points, 7 assists, uh, 2 of 4 from three, 10 and 21 from the field. Um, let's see. Oh, TJ McConnell. Oh, okay, he's back with them. Thought he was still in Chicago, but I guess not. Only hit 1 3 and and that was the only one he attempted. Jeremy Lamb with 11 points, 2 assists, 2 of 4 from three, 3 of 7 from the field. Go to Biazzi. Sorry if I botched the name. Had 9 rebounds and okay, he didn't have any blocks. 2 steals. And Torrey Craig, and I'm surprised that the Suns did let him go. I knew he was let go of the Suns, but I just didn't know what team he was on, so he joined the Pacers. So probably sooner or later he'll probably get his ring too from being on the Bucks for like half the season. Yeah, didn't play that much, but yeah, it was like a back and forth game with this one, and it was pretty good. And I think like most likely with this game that both teams was fighting hard, going back and forth, and like one time Pacers did had a lead, and Bucks came back and scored more, and it's like it's a good thing with like Giannis what he's doing as of late because he's passing more, but he always been passing, but it's just like you never had that person that will actually hit the shot when it counts. So he got people around him now that will hit the shot when it counts. And like I said, with Drew Holiday, his 3 points is getting better for the first 2 games that he played. So which is a good thing. Like I said, with Chris Middleton, he still has his days, but he's not like fully like off the grid or whatever. But he has his moments, but he needs to be, the type that had to be scoring every day. Like he does, when he has to take over the game, he does step up. But like he did with the Spurs game, he stepped up and took over, which is a good thing because that just shows like now we have like some like either between Giannis and Chris, any one of them could be that number one guy for that night. Um, their next game is going against the Timberwolves. Hopefully we'll be going to that game, but we'll see. If not, then I will do a live video after the game. Do a live video just talking about the results of that game. So yeah, it's like Minnesota is like my number 2 team in my list besides like the Bucks being number 1. So yeah, cool beans on that one. So can't wait for that game, and hopefully we get to see it soon. But let's see. I know there's like wrestling news, but I will talk about something that if you like from Wisconsin and if you're familiar with like Blizzard Brawl and all the GLCW shows that goes on, could y'all guys like familiar with that? It seems like they always bring like top scars and all that. I know I missed the 2019 and 19 Blizzard Brawl. Doing one, they was gonna have it early this year, but they decided to just do it at a regular time. It's regular anything because if they would have do it at their normal arena, their Circle B, Afton, but Cedarburg, they wouldn't have that, big, like a big stadium where they can like, they got so far. They got Adam Schaefer, formerly known as Braun Strowman, EC3, Shannon Moore, D'Lo Brown, Deborah, Val Venus. He's gonna have a title shot against their current champion Backwoods Brown. But then again, Backwoods Brown got a match this Friday at OFE, which is in gonna be in Sheboygan. So more information on that match. Look at the events, upcoming events on WrestlingFansSpeakout.weebly.com. Also, I know there's more. I'm just trying to think. Serena Deb, current AEW star and former WWE star. The Gun Club is currently in AEW. Both of Billy Gunn's sons will be there, but not Billy Gunn. So, WWRestling.com. Let's see. I'm trying to look for to talk about the Raw reserves and Friday other news I have earlier, but just watch out for GLCW Blizzard Brawl. Also Legacy Pro Wrestling is having a show this Saturday. It's on nearby on the 76 in Oklahoma. They're gonna be having the Justin Incredible for that one. But that OFE pay per view I was talking about in Sheboygan, they're gonna have Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and Tough Tom that used to wrestle in WCW. And I forgot who else. I don't know if it's Swoggle or somebody else, but like I said, look for more information on that on WrestlingFansSpeakout.weebly.com. But oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the pay-per-views that happened. So let's see. Let's try to go to. We'll talk about Raw in a minute, but we are going to talk about if I can find it. WWE. I'm sorry, it just like started slowly loading up. So apologize for the moment of silence and things like that. But there we go. I did see this pay per view. But it was like the main event I didn't see. I just saw like clips of it because it's kind of busy. But let's read the results. Um, it wasn't for like the tag titles or anything, but it was just like a match. But yeah, the Usos did win. Like I said, Seth Rollins versus Edge in turns like counter from just like wrestling moves. That would have been the match to watch. And Edge did win that match, and it was just like a long match, like nearly like an hour. It's just like one of those things you're like, wow, it was that long. It didn't really look that long. So you like to have matches like that looks like you're thinking, oh, okay, did finish off Seth Rollins with Rollins' own finishing move. So interesting, and we saw what happened tonight on Raw, which is doesn't make any sense. Like he lost a match and suddenly he did the over the top rope twisted with the twisted net breaker pin the win. So that'd be good for him to have, like a move like that. Like Ali try to, attack them, try to beat them down. Then this person came out, but I can't say his name. So after he kind of like, before he had kicked Ali in the head, it was tend to be he won the silver medal in the 2021 Olympics with they do like martial arts or did celebrate at the feud like they did earlier tonight on Raw. They should like keep this feud going. So Drew dropping Selena Vega. Too bad it wasn't a long match, but it was kind of quick. But Selena Vega is the first Queen's Crown tournament winner. And I guess she kind of shown it earlier today on Raw too. Um, no holds bar, falls count anywhere. Woods did win. SmackDown comes on FX1 this week. This one was that Fox has baseball. They're showing the World Series, which is now between Houston and Atlanta. So hope Atlanta wins. But that's just me. Wish it was the Brewers, but I hope Atlanta wins. WWE Championship match was good too. Drew McIntyre versus Big E, and Big E did retain. So it was good for what it was, and big strong move from both of them. So that was pretty good. Titles. I know with the incident last week that hoping for at least Sasha Banks to win it to take it back to SmackDown, and they want to have that biz like they had at the end of the SmackDown show last week. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But good match. Probably was there with the Raw's Women's Champion because they did face off last week, and Charlotte Flair cheated, and Bianca Belair won by disqualification. So she didn't get a rematch there. But yeah, like it would have been good if Bianca Belair would have won it, then have an opportunity, a chance to be a double champion, and they could have cheesed that thought. So this is Sasha Banks was going to win it, but yeah, Becky Lynch retained. So kind of sucks on that end. Match, so it was a good thing. And the main event with Universal title match with Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. So it seemed like it was a good match, but seems like the closing moments that let's see. Funny. Let's see. Lesnar turns his back around to a big spear on Reigns. They both laid out in the middle of the ring. Heyman watched closely as Lesnar and Reigns struggled to get up. Heyman tosses the belt in between the two and yells that, of course, the Usos was going to rush in the ring and interfere. Give Lesnar the double super kick. They head back out and Reigns dropped Lesnar with the title shot with the title belt. Reigns then covered Lesnar as the second referee when hits the ring and count and the 1, 2, 3. But probably what I would have done is with this match, just like up then hit him with a spear, then do the pin 1, 2, 3. But that's me. But who do I know? But anyway, that's it for that. And now let's talk about this past Saturday's pay-per-view, which was Bound for Glory, which I did see most of it. The pre-show that happened with they had for the social media title, which they had, which was pretty good. And but before I say who's like was entering it and who was the winner, what I wanted with with who I really wanted, to for WWE, like I said, normally, this pay per view, their pay per views would be like predictable, which is this one some of the matches it could have went either way. So it was it was half predictable, half unpredictable. So probably for some people, but for me it was like half and half. So they, did their, decisions on, who they want to decide to win and that lot. So yeah. Um okay, now let's get to Bound for Glory. The pre-show, which they did show on YouTube, Impact Digital Media Championship intergender six-way match. Um, it was Jordan Grace, Madison Rain, Celsia Green. Madison Rain took place Tennille Dashwood, which she probably was most likely was probably was going to win it if it wasn't, I don't know if she was injured or anything, but yeah, it was them, John Skyler, Crazy Steve, Fall Out Ball. So it was them six like going at it, and it was a pretty good shot, and it was a pretty good match, and it was good to show like Jordan Grace strength. She lifts some of the guys, so crazy. So I did say like earlier, like if they do it, whatever type of match that is, Jordan Grace should win it, and a woman should win this because it would be good for at least a woman to have this title, and it's a good thing that a man or a woman can go for this title. So which is going to be kind of different for them, and could be the new thing that could be going on for Impact, but also you know it'd be good for like that anybody can fight in this like intergender matches. Like sometimes they be common. It doesn't happen that much, but it'd be good that you can see that happening on Impact for like now on. So that'd be good. But Jordan Grace, she did win, and she's the Triple Crown knockout. Well, the first Triple Crown knockout in Impact Wrestling for like holding the titles. Of course she held the knockouts title last year and won the tag titles early this year. Although it was for a month, but she did get to hold the the knockouts tag titles earlier this year, and she wins the digital media title. Um, the show did kick off with like the knockouts tag team championship with Inspiration, Cassie Lee, and Jessica McKay, formerly known as Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, versus Havoc and Rosemary. So I couldn't see all of it because it kind of froze on. I saw most of it, but it like froze on me, so which kind of sucks. The ending did. So yeah, I did see this match. So don't mind me, but I did see this match. But the Inspiration did win in their debut to Impact. So I guess like right now, like for like appearances and stuff, this was the only like big appearance to Inspiration that was pretty pretty awesome. But we knew they was coming like 2 weeks before, but it was a good way, bring like a new team or bring some new women that you know that will see how Impact goes more farther with them and see how long they hold the tag titles. So they were WWE knockouts, not WWE Women's Champions, tag champions, but neither of them never they had the chance of a solo spot. But like Jessica McKay was had something going on with the with teaming up gimmick and stuff like that. So she had that going for WWE, and out of nowhere they stopped it and they let her go. Same thing with Cassie Lee, aka Peyton Royce. Like Vince McMahon was so high on her, wanted to push her, but didn't do enough, which is kind of sad. But hopefully they do better in Impact, and hopefully they have opportunity to each one of them wins, the Knockouts Championship. So we'll see. Um, this is the match I did not see because some problems with the feed I was watching. And I apologize for the mistake on my WFSO preview that I thought that Steve Macklin. It was just the way the thing was holding. They said X Division. I thought it was X Division champion Steve Macklin, which was not true. So the title was vacated by Jason Alexander just for him to cash in to have a title shot. Um, but Trey McGill did win the X Division title. I think he won it for the second time. So he's Steve Macklin and El Fantasimo. So it was like a triple threat match. Um, Violent by Design versus Heath, but who knows who's gonna be his partner? I thought it'd be a good opportunity for them to have like formerly known as the artist formerly known as Braun Strowman to like be his tag partner, but it would end up being Rhino because I guess Rhino wasn't sure or he was gonna do it, like he was gonna help him or not. So he's not sure, like constantly getting beat up on him, and he was with Violent by Design, but they beat him up and kicked him out of the group. So Heath and Rhino did beat Violent Design, which was like probably the prediction, and that X Division Championship match I was wrong about too. Um, and I was wrong about the Knockouts Tag Team Championship too because I thought DK was going to keep it, but it will be shocking, to have the inspiration like win it. So I did mention that. Call your shot gauntlet match. This could have been a good, they had opportunities for like they want to bring like new wrestlers in and stuff like that. They could have did it that way, but it didn't go that way. So overall, it was Chris Sabin. He was number one. He was in there the longest, but got eliminated. And W Morrissey was number 20, but didn't last that month. But overall, it ended up being Moose that won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. They get like a little trophy, and he gets a future title shot of his choosing within 1 year. So this is like kind of like their answer to Money in the Bank briefcase. Crazy enough. The only title that didn't change hands was the Impact World Tag Team Championship, was Bullet Club. I did win for Bullet Club to win it, but that didn't happen. So the Good Brothers did defeat Finn Juice and Bullet Club, Chris Bay and Ukilio. So I was wrong about the Knockouts Championship too, but I was like, I would be happy to see Mickey James win it, but I ain't think that how like she was like Deanna Pragio was holding it for so long. I was like, she probably will never be beat, but Mickey James did it and beat her, and she's now Knockouts champion. Um, Kind of like a double main event they did, but with this one, but Impact World Championship, Christian Cage versus Jack Alexander. He had his wife and son was out there. So I was like, oh my god, I think he's gonna win it. Which I did pick Christian Cage to retain it, but no, it didn't happen. Josh Alexander did beat Christian Cage to win the Impact title. Moose on the Moose out of nowhere attacked Josh Alexander, um, cash in his trophy, and had like a little bit of a match with him. So it was okay for what it was. I think because Josh Alexander, just won it, and now Moose defeated him to win the Impact World Championship. And if they wasn't going to give it to, if they was going to have him lose it right away, he should have. They should have had Christian Cage, kept it. But that was my thing. They should have had Christian Cage retain the title, then have him lose it to Moose. I guess that would have been like a little bit better. And a lot of people in that crowd was like very happy. Also, our WFSO member Eric was there, so of course he was up there for the tapings as well. So yeah, this is interesting, but decent pay per view, but like I said, with impacts, pay per views is like it's not it's not predictable. Like any one of them can win, but yeah, it was just that thing. But it's like everybody knows what the prediction of Vince McMahon, what he's gonna do with his pay per views, because you just see it every time. But like for him, it's like about making money, but not having the fans happy. So the rest of these promotions, although they're making some money, but not as much as Vince McMahon, but they want the fans to be happy as well, which is a good thing. But like the money will come for these promotions, especially when they start touring more to certain places and stuff. It's like with like AEW, like they making money. People buying their pay per views, although they're too much, but yeah, people are watching. Just like with the Impacts, have pay per views every month, except for I think it's their big four that they have like main pay per views, and the rest of them, monthly pay per views. They just have them on Impact Plus or on YouTube. So yeah, I'm glad I could enjoy watching it, and it was, you know, pretty good, and can't complain about it. Um, let's talk about a little bit of before I go off the air. So this is gonna be like longer than an hour. So let's see. Okay, good. Well, this one I missed because like I'm back and forth watching tonight's Bucks game and Monday Night Raw, so like back and forth with that. So, uh, what more can you do? Biggie came out and was wondering who his next opponent is going to be, but they was in Houston for that. Um, Drills, but most likely I don't think they're going to win. Biggie, happy for Xavier Woods, like King of the Ring. Then talk about Drew McIntyre, like pushing him to the limit and throw the house down. Yeah, as he said. Then saying his for Rey Mysterio came out and deserves a title shot is him, and he goes on about his resume. Um, Finn Balor came out, got a pop. Then of course, then Kevin Owens came out, but then again, that does kind of make sense that Seth Rollins was out. But I guess I was looking at through another direction, so sorry about that. Then sorry. So yeah, Sonya Deville came out and said it's going to be a fatal four-way match for the number one contendership, but made it interesting and turned it into a ladder match. So it's like mainly what it was like somebody got to climb up the ladder and reach the contract. So whoever will win will get a WWE shot in the near future. We already know it can't be Survivor Series because it's like they got the Raw versus SmackDown thing going on. Oldest and I can't believe I can't believe I forgot his name. I know it's gonna Chad Gable. Yeah, Chad Gable. So sorry about that. Um almost interfered, but it was a triple threat rule, so there was no disqualification. So ended up beating up the Street Profits and ended up, punching D'Angelo Dawkins. Then I think it was Dolph Ziggler that rolled him up. No, they did their tag team finish move. Him and Rude did it on 1, 2, 3, and Rude and Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs, won the match. So they get to face the tag team champs later. So I guess she's going with Queen Selena Vega now. So Drew, excuse me, Drew Drop came out, and I guess it's going to be a rematch from this past Thursday. Didn't see much of that and didn't know like what was going on, so I apologize. So, like I'm reading back here, so it seems like it was another quick match. So it was a supposed top turnbuckle. The referee stops her and distracted with fixing the turnbuckle. Selena Vega runs over and grabs her scepter, then drops Dewdrop for the win. Um, so they're kind of going with the with the little thing with what the Madison Rain was calling herself like the queen or whatever. So they're kind of doing that route. So pretty good. Of course, the video package would talk about the incident after with Brock Lesnar. But the only thing, one of the things I know about SmackDown was that Becky Lynch and Charlotte incident, which we will get to in a minute. But Brock Lesnar, he was coming after. Excuse me, he was coming after Roman Reigns, and start going after him. Then everybody try to break it up, attacking everybody, and Adam it was Adam Pierce. Sorry, Adam Pierce came out and said like they're going to suspend Brock indefinitely, and Brock attacked him. That's a little bit what I know from like SmackDown and stuff. So yeah, didn't see it because I think something else was going on. Can't remember. But anyways, little segment from Becky Lynch and Belair came out, and so they got her match for next week for the women's title, which she kind of corrected and said that she won by disqualification last week against Charlotte, so she didn't get her rematch or whatever. So there you go. So the match for next week, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. Um, Championship contenders match with Damian Priest, the current United States champion, going against T Bar. So T Bar, I didn't see this match, but T Bar apparently, no, T Bar scoops up, announced table chair, hit Priest with it, and referee calls a disqualification. So Damian Priest won by disqualification. So yeah, all craziness. Priest did get back up and from come behind and beats him with the reckoning, and that was that was it. The match I didn't see here, Carmella versus Liv Morgan. Most likely I heard Carmella won. So why are they treating Liv Morgan this way? I do not know. Unless they got big plans for Liv Morgan in the future. But we'll see. Or they slowly like building her up. But it'd be a good thing to see, Carmella go against Becky Lynch if Becky Lynch loses next week. So it'd be a good thing, have her go against Becky Lynch, have them fight at the Royal Rumble for the title. So make it more interesting. So yeah, it'd be good to see them go against each other. Keith Lee, aka Bearcat, um, go against Cedric Alexander. So quick match. Keith Lee won. and looked like Shelton Benjamin was about to attack him from behind, but he turned around and Shelton Benjamin backed up and got Cedric Alexander out of there. From earlier, I guess like Dominique and Ray Mysterio were talking and all that stuff. Then Austin Fury came out, won the picture with Ray, and Dominique was right there, and like just take the pit. Told Dominique to take the picture for him, and Dominique told him like, "I'm not a photographer," and he said maybe we'll go one on one, later on the night, whatever. But this was like supposed to be earlier today. They said they did all this, so it ended up being Dominique Mysterio versus Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio wanted to come out there, but Dominique said that he got too much on his plate already, so go focus on your match, and I got this. So interesting thing, and one of the things I wanted to talk about is like SmackDown. Well, not with the tag. So yeah, so Theory hits the ATL on Dominic in the middle of the ring and pinned him to win. Defeated. Raw Tag Team Championships, Dirty Dog versus Arcade Bro. It was a good match. I did see this match, and it was just it was a good way to start the match and close the match from the way they did. So pretty good. Ziggler and Riddle trades offense and encounters as the crowd goes wild. Riddle ends up holding Ziggler down for the pin to retain. And now the main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contenders match, Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens versus. It was a good match. It was very good. So really, I had no complaints. But the only problem I have that Seth Rollins did win and is now the number one contender. But my problem is like Seth Rollins lost a match Thursday and suddenly now he's the number one contender, which I can kind of understand that they only had like one heel in that match and that was Seth Rollins. So nobody likes Seth Rollins, but I understand they had to go through this angle, but at least they would have like added, somebody else, two more like heels in there, just to make it even. So I just thought they just would have added more, so it would have been more interesting. But anyways, it is what it is. After the match, Seth Rollins stands tall and came out, getting out of the ring, had an interview, and yeah, Big E did came out, wanted to congratulate Seth, but was like clapping for him, like good one, but you still ain't gonna take it from me. Like Seth Rollins was going to shake his hand, but Big E seemed like he wasn't going to do so. So he just said, "Forget him and just keep on going his way." They interviewed him backstage after the match, then showing like replays of it. Then announced that the Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch match for next Monday, which they will be in Providence, Rhode Island. Kind of funny thing because the match. No, they was talking about pay per view will be in Providence, Rhode Island for where the upcoming pay per view is going to be. They didn't. I think they didn't name it yet. But those pretty much there was like one thing to talk about. But yeah, with AEW now being back on Wednesday, so like what's going to happen and do now is like they can have AEW Dynamite come on 7, then they're gonna have the hockey game at 9. So they're gonna do it like that, but they ain't gonna have no double or single, no double headers. They're not gonna do until sometime in January when AEW moves to TBS. Like they still gonna have Rampage on TNT, but they're just gonna have Dynamite on TBS in January. I guess that would just make it more interesting. So, oh, it was mail. I was about to go out there too, but anyways, I think that's all the news that I can get to talk about. No upcoming stuff like in the Midwest. Look at wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Got stuff from let's see, I think the stuff from Minnesota had just ended. We got Minnesota, we got Michigan, of course Illinois, and of course right here in Wisconsin we got that as well. So check that out. Like this channel. Um, like I said, we got more news like that's up there on the website as well. So look for that and hashtag like not hashtag but wrestling news. We got that. I know I got to update some photos from like wrestling photos that I got to take that I took from like previous shows. I didn't add it to them yet, but I will do that. Um, might do a video Tuesday. I did a gaming video this past Tuesday. I didn't see how good it went, but yeah, the thing was this past weekend I did the video. But get a chance, check it out, and check out our past videos as well. So you may be interested in those. Um, like I said, Wednesday, like after the Timberwolves and Bucks game, if I'm not there, then I'm back here watching it at home. Um, I will do a live video right after the game, and we'll just talk about the game. So my top two teams right there, Timberwolves and the Bucks, and I think they lost a game, Minnesota, and like in the preseason they were undefeated. So I don't. I think they lost one, but I don't know how they did in their previous games. So something I gotta look up. So I'm probably gonna look at their record in a minute and just see. But yeah, Bucks is now 4-1. No, they let's see. They beat the Knicks. They lost to the Heat. They beat the Spurs, and they just beat the Pacers. So they 3-1. I'm sorry, kind of jumped the gun there that quick. But if you want to enter in our giveaway, all you got to do is subscribe and comment on this video and other future videos. The more you comment, the bigger and better chance you get to win the Fungo Pop, the Iron Hammer Fungo Pop, Lorenzo Kane bobblehead, Brewers T-shirt, and Brewers mask. So even if you don't want to enter in our giveaway, at least subscribe to the channel and get more content like this talking about the Milwaukee Bucks and talking about pro wrestling. So yeah, just watch out for that and look out for that. That's it from me. Y'all get to see me next week. Or you want to see like upcoming videos that's coming this week, so check out that. Also, most hopefully I get to go to Saturday's event with Legacy Pro Wrestling. If you're gonna be going down there, you'll see me down there, and probably with the crew. So hopefully that will be the case. But we'll see how it goes. But I know we got November events coming up, so watch out for that. And like I said, for the next, let's see, October, November, December, January will be the busy 4 months for me. So just watch out for that. And also, if like there's people y'all want to meet, like we got the meet and greet section on the Wrestling Fan Speak Out page, with like meet and greet. So people that's gonna be like in the Wisconsin area, you can look at that page and see like who's gonna be there for the next 3 months. Get a chance, check that page out. Um, yay. um, yeah, just just check out the website. That's it for me. Until the next video, y'all have a good night. See y'all next week. Most likely I should be on here unless something happens. And just like I said, be posting like most of this week. So watch out for the videos here on YouTube. Y'all have a good night and peace out.